The pre-show is live and we have a call. What the hell? Shut that off, Gunner. Hello there.
Hey, it's the Batista's dick.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Did you say how big is Batista's dick?
No, this is Batista's dick.
Oh, holy shit! Fuck your interview, Gunner. We just got the best fucking possible... Okay, let's get this interview started. The first question is, how big are you?
That's kind of a private question. I'd like to... If you want that answer, you can talk to my lawyer, but I'm not at liberty to discuss that.
Okay, well, how about, can you tell us how much protein does Batista actually intake?
That would be a question better for the other side of his downstairs. You know, I deal mostly with, liquid intake. That's not really my department. I can tell you how much protein he sort of, puts out any given night. It's a lot.
Brother, I got one question for you, brother. Are you wearing a hood?
No, I'm not.
That's not good. That's not a good answer, sir.
Jesus,
I'm not born in America. That's how we do it in America.
All breaks loose.
Yeah, seriously. Don't you go judging. Some people are, wearing a hood and some people aren't.
It's not like you have a choice in the matter.
Pickle, baby. Whatever tickles the pickle.
So, how good did it feel to be inside Melina?
Felt really good. It felt drier than you would think, but she's got the moves, she's got the knowledge, she knows how to make it work. She knows how to take other liquids and apply them. She knows how to get it to work.
Right.
It's tangy.
Were there any other dicks left in there? Because it seems like there would be some that would just get in there and get lost.
There was a couple in the corner, but you can just ignore them. They're just over there. I don't know whose they were. I think I saw Benoit's dick back in the corner. I don't know.
Are you sure?
In the other corner crying.
Was he hung?
Was Benoit hung?
Oh, God
it was like a horse. It was literally like a horse. It was 3 feet long.
That's horrible.
Glad I brought popcorn to this episode.
Oh my God, I'm so happy.
This is the best pre-show we've ever had.
So
I actually came on here. I saw a message on some website, and it said call in to get on the show. And I was under the impression I could ask a question.
On some website? It's not just some fucking website.
So we're gonna
use
the bumper here. We're gonna do. This is a 30-second warning for the pre-show. Omega, are you ready?
Huh?
It's on, by the way.
Beautiful. Hot soup.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna hit the bumper. I'm gonna hit the bumper, and we're gonna go live here in a second.
You can ask a question just as soon as we're on the air.
Ask the question now.
No, I'll save it for the air. I'll save it for the air.
All right, we're going to save it for the air. All right,
we're on now.
Well, we are on the air for our friends there on Spreaker, but our friends on West, they're about to get a little taste of us.
Oh,
they're about to get a little taste of Batista's dick.
Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah. More than a little taste.
They're about to get the full shaft, let's be honest.
Someone's at the door.
Getting cock and balls and all.
Be right back.
Did anyone ever have a shaft gimmick? That would have been a good gimmick.
You remember the Johnsons from the early days of TNA, don't you?
No.
Of course.
Well,
it's the best gimmick in wrestling.
There you go. The Johnsons. They came out in nude unitards and wrestling masks. Yep.
Wasn't there also a troupe called the Dicks?
I didn't mean the shaft. I meant Shaft. It's a bad mother.
No,
Like, you need a 4-person team. You need a 4-person stable because you need the balls and the shaft, and then the head honcho.
man, you've given this a little thought, haven't you?
Yeah,
Wait.
of course. I mean, if you're gonna do it right, okay.
Who's gonna be the gooch?
He's right.
Well, we need
Somebody's gotta be a
goons for the balls. Yo, you know who's perfect for the balls? J&J. They're perfect balls.
That you're absolutely right.
If you shave
Okay, so we got
both of
perfect
them
balls,
all,
and then we need a shaft. Who's the most shaft-like person? Like maybe, who's
Ahmed
that guy?
Johnson.
The fucking
Batista.
Batista's shaft. Okay, Batista's shaft, and who's a good head though?
Dick.
I feel like Virgil has
Obviously
to be
the
involved.
answer-
So for
Obviously,
some,
the answer to who's a good head is Al Snow.
Yeah,
what
that's
does everybody want?
Of course. Okay. So
But who's going to be
J&J,
the gooch?
Batista. Who's the gooch?
The gobbledygooker.
no.
The gobbledygoocher?
Oh, of course. Well, then who's the back door? Oh,
So,
well,
I
of course,
feel
Mr.
that should
Ass. Of course, Billy Gunn.
Duh.
Yes, but that should be a managerial position, don't you think?
No, I was thinking Missy
Yeah,
Hyatt.
yeah,
to be
yeah.
honest. I mean, she handles a lot of shit. Or Sunny. I love Missy Hyatt, though. I love Missy Hyatt. Don't get me wrong.
Are we
So-
live?
No, for no-
We're live.
If we're going
We're
with
live, everybody.
assholes,
Can we start this
I'd argue
damn
for like
show?
Baby, we hot soup.
All right, let's do this. Let's start the show. Hit the theme song.
Well, there's no time for joke around. It's quiet down, chatter. We can progressively. It's no laughing louder, baby. Put it back to wrong. To smack down blue. You'll be good at bad times if you only listen to. Get serious. Oh. Get serious. Oh. Get serious. Enough.
Might want to turn down that audio there, Yankum DDS, because this is Woo Get Serious, episode number 198. My name is Gunnar, that is Omega BR.
Well, I thought this was the Gore Burger Show.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Also joining us this week is our wonderful technical producer and the person that you can blame for that sound, Yankum DDS.
How would it be bad this week if it was okay last week?
I don't know, man. Things change.
It sounded fine to me.
Speaking of things that sounded fine at first, Nat Jester.
Hi, everybody. How you doing? We got a night for you tonight.
Also joining us this week is Vassar.
I'm 2 beers down and I'm starting 3 and 4.
Oh boy, here we go. He's gonna double gun him. Speaking of double gun him, here's the double gun himself, the Croc.
Why, thank you for that. I love that intro. Thank you, Gunnar. Sup, everybody. And he ain't the only one fucked up, by the way.
And of course, Save Us Dog.
howdy ho. And everybody drinking tonight, I guess.
Batista Dick, are you still on the line?
No, wait, yeah.
Yeah, we got our special dick here. Batista's dick.
Hey, yeah,
Okay,
everybody,
so-
it's Batista's Dick.
Yeah, okay, but we were talking about something important before the show. This is a very important idea. Did the listeners hear our idea?
I mean, if you
believe
say it
so.
out
Okay,
I
loud.
about
believe
the
so,
stable.
but it bears repeating.
It's fair to be okay. So our stable idea. There's been the Johnsons, there's been the Dicks, but there's been no like really anatomically accurate stable for the male genitalia. And our idea was, I think we casted J&J Security as the balls, Batista's shaft, and Al Snow as the head. And then who do we have as the gooch? We had the gobbledygoocher. And then the asshole. I had an idea that I didn't say. My idea was, of course, Brian Knobs' asshole was the asshole for our group.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know how you could top that. I mean,
could.
that's...
I could.
Fuck you, Vince Russo.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, I can see that.
There you go.
The gay community.
Oh, Jesus. All right. All right, let's get started here with something completely unexpected. And that's the news. Dean Ambrose will face Triple H at the March to WrestleMania event, now named WWE Roadblock. Roman Reigns' nose surgery was legitimate to take care of a pre-existing condition. Vince McMahon said to be devastated that John Cena could not face Undertaker and wanted the match to carry WrestleMania. This led to the deal with Shane McMahon, which, as of now, is only until WrestleMania, through the real-life drama behind the scenes, may get more interesting than what happens on screen. Payback is still on, and possibly to be located in Chicago.
So Roadblock, I guess it's now like an official thing, right? Everybody, like it's no longer bullshit.
Well, it'll be on the WWE.
It can be an official thing and it can be bullshit. It really is both, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if The Rock is not on this show...
Okay, isn't the Roadblock, isn't that the worst name for a pay-per-view ever?
That is the absolute shitty. Who the fuck thought of Roadblock?
It's like the U-turn.
It's basically it's the follow-up to Fastlane, and it's going to be worse than Fastlane.
It's the slow lane.
They're so desperate to make these puns for the road to WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's got to be a road.
That's who's right. It's going to be worse than WrestleMania. You know why? They announced 2 matches today. Yeah,
I said worse than Fastlane, not WrestleMania.
I'm sorry, Fastlane. Thank you for that. The second one, hold on, everybody. Sheamus versus Roman Reigns.
Whoa!
What a match!
Well, Matthew's going to have plenty of material for Botchamania, that's for damn sure.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Should be
Who did the crowd boo?
both.
Everybody.
Everything and everyone. Remember
There is
the
no
Rumble?
cheers, it's just a giant boo.
So wait a minute. Where is this?
Constant.
Where is this?
This is in Toronto.
No.
I thought the Toronto thing was supposed to be a freaking like a Raw or something.
Toronto. This is in Toronto.
Oh, dear Jesus, Lord, Mother Mary. Oh, God.
No,
You realize
hold
it's
on,
Canadian
Gunner.
fans, right?
Gunner,
Yes.
wait a minute. You forget. What is not next? What's next week? In Raw? Where's Raw next week?
Where is Raw next week? Oh, Lord.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Shit.
Hey, Cole Cabana, how you doing?
But, yeah, it's going to be in Chicago.
All the towns up until WrestleMania are all smart cities.
Mm-hmm. It
So
doesn't
they're
get
gonna
easier
get
after
shot
this, because I think
super
after
hard.
Chicago, for like Raw, I think
There's no
it's-
Buffalo to save them.
No, because they got like, it's like Chicago, and then they go to Newark, I think, or New York.
Well, you know what's funny is Nashville could have saved them, but they didn't even have them on the show. Why would you not delay the surgery until Chicago, where you know they're going to boo the living shit out of him?
Exactly.
They're going to eat him alive. And then the Toronto crowd will eat him alive.
I think the Toronto crowd will be a bit more forgiving. I don't know why.
Oh, that's Canadian. We're talking Canadian fans. Gunner said it. Canadian fans.
WrestleMania 18, my friend.
They,
I'm thinking The Rock heel.
I mean,
He
it's
was
like-
still face.
Reigns is going to come out and they're going to cheer him like Austin was coming out to have his final match, and then about 2 minutes after the cheer, they're going to chant, "We're just kidding."
It's the best.
Oh my God. I think
It's a prank, bro. It's a prank, bro.
Toronto might be listening.
Homosexual.
So speaking of a prank, does anyone want to read the next news bit?
I guess I will.
Okay.
So TNA is now actively seeking outside investors with several meetings planned in the coming weeks. Although Panda Energy will still technically owns them, they are not investing into the company. TNA's lawsuit against Scott Steiner was dismissed on February 22nd. Davey Richards is out several months from his torn ACL, and Vince Russo's latest podcast features a story about AJ Styles being brought to Dixie Carter's personal salon to get his hair done after he became champion on the spirit of making him, quote, cool.
Nasty thought occurred to me. Nasty thought occurred to me. So, what if, you know who you have working in your company right now? AJ Styles and Ric Flair.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone remember the TNA with AJ Styles and Ric Flair?
No. Gunner, shut up. We don't recall those times.
I feel like I'm probably glad I never watched TNA.
No, you missed some good shit, honestly. You missed some good matches and then some of the absolute worst but hilarious stuff. Like anything between AJ Styles and Flair was just laughable.
That was so bad it was funny shit. I mean, it was.
Post WrestleMania
versus Hardy.
I bet you anything.
You were saying, Gunner?
Post WrestleMania, I bet you anything. They love stealing TNA storylines. Kappa.
Wait, WrestleMania is Flair versus AJ?
No.
He's saying
After
WrestleMania, he's saying it's going to be AJ and Flair, which is going to be, just amazing. Because Flair, at this point in his career, is probably capable of putting on the best match he's ever done.
They say 75 is new 30.
They say you think that Yankum was laughing there for a second, but he was crying.
He was crying. He was actually.
It was a little bit of both.
So hey,
who buys TNA?
Do we all have $20? What the fuck? What I thought didn't Billy Corgan invest in TNA at some point?
No, he started his own.
Okay.
I'm telling you, mark it down right now. Wale will buy it. Wale will buy it with the backing of Rick Ross, and every time before Impact starts, you're going to hear Maybach music play right before TNA launches.
No, Khalid's going to buy it.
Oh!
And just throughout the whole show, you just hear, DJ Khalid!
And then you hear, another one. Another one.
We the best!
Another one.
I don't know rap music. I thought you said the great Khali was going to buy it.
Same difference.
Yeah.
He could bring it back to India and recreate Ring King.
Oh my god.
That would be fucking great.
Okay. As long as he doesn't kill
story,
the
though,
process.
my understanding of the Panda Energy and TNA situation was they basically paid for TNA to give what the fuck her name is, to give her a little playpen so she wouldn't fuck up the real company. So they're not paying for her playpen anymore. So
training wheels are off.
It goes out of business.
It goes out of fucking business.
That's it. It's fine.
Like any other business.
Yeah, but then she fucks up real Panda Energy.
Yeah, that's doubtful.
No, she's done. She's probably
she's done. She's done. I mean, I don't see Dixie Carter being involved with TNA anymore. I mean, after this point, you get her, you get Panda Energy out of that spot, and they're done. I'm gonna bet that Bischoff buys it. To be perfectly honest with you,
really,
yeah. I think that Bischoff buys it, or someone in that particular realm of old school WCW stuff that has the money currently to be able to do that. Obviously,
that wouldn't be Russo.
No, it wouldn't be Russo. Russo wouldn't buy it. But
Russo doesn't have any fucking money.
But somebody would, and I could definitely see WWE buying it for a dime, and then putting it on the network. And then
that video backlog.
That's exactly what I was going to say, was that I see WWE buying it just to put it on the network so that they can have, all that extra, video content up there. How are they going to deal with the black man standing on the stage, spraying lotion all over himself? And like Vince is probably going to ask him to cut that.
Well,
because he's black.
Well, in all honesty, though, like if
the three people that are realistically going to buy this are either going to be Jeff Jarrett and his dad. It's going to be Bischoff. It's going to be Bischoff Harvey, or it's going to be WWE. I mean, that's really the three people that are going to buy this.
No, I think it's going to be Diamond Dallas Page.
What? DP Yoga money?
What? And turn it into a live infomercial every week.
DDP Yoga, baby.
Has DDP ever had all this?
That'd be so much better than current Impact. It'd be great.
I want to play devil's advocate for a second.
Okay.
Bischoff buys the company. Who does he have? Who does he bring in the book?
Russo.
Hogan.
Cornette.
Ooh.
JR?
No.
Cornette wouldn't go back.
Cornette on TNA.
JR wouldn't
Dixie
go
Carter?
back either.
Without Dixie Carter?
Yeah.
Wasn't one of the good times of TNA when Cornette was booking?
Yes, 2006.
Wait. What if Kurt Angle bought TNA?
Yo, wait a minute.
I don't think he's got the cash.
No. Biggest swerve. Shane comes in. His music hits. He walks down the ramp.
Listen.
Guess what, Dixie? I own you.
All right, dog.
$35 million can buy TNA. Damn.
Oh, easily. He wouldn't even need $1 million, probably. He could probably get it for $500,000.
Dog, you get the last news bit.
Alrighty. Over 100 media members showed up for Shinsuke Nakamura's WWE presser in Japan to essentially announce that he is signed with WWE, which everybody pretty much knew anyway. Nakamura is said to be getting main event level pay despite his stint in NXT, which really doesn't surprise anyone, I'm sure. Bruce Pritchard told Ric Flair on his podcast that Tugboat almost main evented WrestleMania 7 against Hulk Hogan, but the spot then went to Sergeant Slaughter instead. Tommy Dreamer revealed that he lobbied for Kimbo Slice to get a look from WWE before his MMA fame due to his street fighting tapes. That's an interesting one.
Get out of here.
And then people in MMA killed people.
And then finally, Triple H, Vince McMahon, Paige, The Undertaker, and John Cena will all lend their voices to a new animated feature, Surf's Up 2 Wave Mania. Sounds like
and his name is John Cena!
Tugboat?
Now that Gunner has
Think about this, though. Tugboat and Surf's Up 2 in the exact same news bit. That's not a coincidence.
It's a conspiracy. The fucking Matrix is real, man. But no, the Kimbo Slice thing, that makes a lot of sense. Granted, he was shit in what was it, UFC he went to? That
couldn't handle the load.
Right. But in WWE, he could have been booked as like one of the most badass guys to ever come into the company.
I mean, he had a great look.
Yeah,
he would have been okay,
and he's a legit badass. He with the all those fighting tapes that he was on, he could have done good buzz.
Yeah, he could have done basically what Butterbean or whatchamacallit, what's his name? Fuck.
No, I'm thinking he could have done
Severin.
what Blackman did.
Severin.
Where,
Blackman had talent, though.
Or,
that's the problem. Blackman had actual talent. These guys, these guys just came in and were boxers.
Think of this, though. Think of this. World's Strongest Man, Mark Henry, mixed with Brock Lesnar.
That's basically what Kimbo Slice is.
Yeah.
And to have
a more interesting Bobby Lashley.
Exactly, a more interesting Bobby Lashley. That was a great.
So anything that isn't Bobby Lashley, then.
Yeah, he's Bobby Lashley without the voice of a 12-year-old girl.
Exactly.
Well, except Bobby Lashley actually has like amateur wrestling skills,
right?
And eventually learned how to use them.
Right. Well,
never in WWE or
way too
TNA
green.
the first time, but
All right, guys. I think that's it for their news. 15-minute time limit. Ring that bell.
We don't have anything for the 15 minutes.
Oh, we got something.
Oh, do we?
Oh, I got it.
Actually, it's all this goes the whole down to get its head shaved.
So, WrestleMania is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4-ish weeks away. 4.5 weeks away. We're a month away. When is that pay-per-view? That new one, that Roadblock?
Roadblock
like 2
should
weeks.
be
Somewhere in between, in like 2 weeks or
12.
whatever.
The 12th? Okay.
yeah
Predict.
Next week.
2016.
Who do you believe? All right, so who do you believe? We're making our predictions now because it's before both pay-per-views, and it's a good time to do this. We're going to go down the line here, and we're going to look through the champions, and we're going to look through the possible contenders for those, and we're going to say where they're going to be after WrestleMania and the couple months afterwards. So let me get the roster linked up here. So basically, what I'm saying is,
WWE.
what do you see people be? Where do you see particular people being from this point onwards until about May? We'll say Extreme Rules or something.
Okay.
Okay.
Just the champions?
We'll start with the champions, but we'll start with the champions, but we'll get into that in a minute here. We'll get into other people as well. We'll get into other people as well. Okay, so we have. Let's start with an easy one. Kalisto, WWE United States Champion right now. What is his WrestleMania match, and what do you see him being afterwards? Go.
It is
Sorry, what
going
name?
to be the pre-show, and it doesn't matter because it's going to be the pre-show, and nobody fucking watches that shit.
The pre-show versus Neville.
I have no idea. It's probably going to be like they're saying, the pre-show or the opening match, and it's whether going to be one of two things. They're gonna have a ladder match. When? I don't fucking know. But I say it will probably
Probably Extreme Rules.
No. I think there's going to be a ladder match at Mania for a title, like a 6-man, like how they did last year for the IC title. But I don't know if it'll be for the US title or the IC title. It'll be
Because they did the IC title last year, I believe that it'll be for the US title this year, and it will include include Kalisto, Jack Swagger, Neville, Stardust, Sin Cara, because Sin Cara's got nothing to do, Tyler Breeze, and somebody random. I don't even know who.
Another jobber?
Ryder.
There you go.
As good as that sounds, Gunner, I still want to see Kalisto versus Neville 1-on-1 for like freaking.
I think Neville's going to win the U.S. Championship, and I think that those two are going to feud into Extreme Rules. That's my opinion.
Okay. I say Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is the surprise entrant, and maybe this will be his call-up finally. And they go ahead and have him win the U.S. title.
Isn't Sami Zayn working Takeover with the Nakamura?
Doesn't mean he couldn't be called up, though.
Exactly. It doesn't mean he can't
You
be
can still
called
work
up for this.
Versus when you're
Right.
first starting.
Literally match of the fucking year, probably, to
Wasn't
debuting on Mania almost.
Tyler Breeze still working NXT when he first got called up?
Yes. For a month there, at least.
Yeah.
All right. We're moving on. I'd like to know what you guys think Kevin Owens is going to do between now and then.
He's going to kick the show in the
Titus
dick about
O'Neil
20 times.
superstars. I don't know. Not good
Gunner?
things.
Actually, let me answer this with a question. Gunner, what do you see happening at Roadblock? Kevin Owens versus Big Show for the IC title?
I see that
Hopefully, so it doesn't happen
happening.
at Mania.
Yeah.
Yes, I see that happening, and I see Kevin Owens power bombing Big Show off the top rope.
Oh my god, yes.
At
Like,
Mania or at
like that, like
Roadblock?
at Roadblock. I see Big Show on the top rope with his legs strapped over, and then Owens just kind of like turning around and slamming him to the ground, and then using the rope to pin Big Show because he's a dick like that. Mm-hmm. And then you have a Big Show, Kevin Owens, and a third person in there, Dolph Ziggler, and then Miz. 4-way. There you go.
Fatal 4-way. Fatal 4-way. Okay, I can see that. Fatal 4-way for the IC title.
For the IC title.
Show. That's shitty. That's shitty, though. Show, Ziggler, Miz, and Kevin Owens. One of these does not belong.
Well, Show's a big guy. He doesn't have to be fast.
I think the saddest thing about this is that they're not going with, like, Owens versus Styles at Mania.
Yeah.
Even if it's not for the IC title, they built it so well at the Rumble, and it's just, it'd be the best match those two could have.
I think that those two will actually be involved in a match later in the year, but we will see that later.
Yeah.
So, like in the summer sometime, probably. I don't see that happening. But I do see, I'm going to put this out there. It's going to be another 6-man tag. The Wyatt family of Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman, and Luke Harper, or Eric Rowan, whatever 3 out of 4 you want to throw in there, against the League of Nations. Cesaro, excuse me, not Cesaro. What am I doing? Rusev is what I meant. ADR and Sheamus, with Barrett coming out to help him. Sorry, guys. That's what's happening.
Emotional support.
And me taking a shit.
Yep, and everyone taking a shit.
Match goes on.
Ew. Like Tyler Breeze status. Ew.
Tag team titles. We're going to get into that here. New Day against Y2J Styles.
Okay, here's my thing.
It's Y2AJ. And
Same difference to me. I think that name is so stupid.
If they don't win on Monday, or if they end up winning on Monday, they'll probably end up wrestling again at Roadblock. Either for the rematch or for another go at the titles, because somebody screwed them over the first time. And then at Mania, they'll probably have, like, I don't know, either one team versus one team, or a Fatal 4 ladder match, where it's like, where they throw the Usos and somebody, and maybe the Lucha Dragons if they don't fucking... If Kalisto doesn't drop it.
I think that I think that it's going to be Usos, and it's going to be New Day, and it's going to be Y2AJ in a triple threat match.
They're so clearly building up the Usos versus the Dudleys.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind. You're right.
They're doing that as a table match for sure at Mania.
Book Y2AJ. I think they're going to win the title next Monday and then lose it back to New Day at Roadblock, so that way AJ can be free from Jericho to do a singles match at Mania.
I don't think AJ is going to be free until after Mania, though.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
So go ahead.
So maybe, here's just a thought, like, they win, they retain at Roadblock, and then either AJ or Jericho costs one of them the title at Mania, and they just break up, and whatever happens after that happens.
Another rematch at Mania? No,
after Mania. They would have, like, another rematch, and then, like, they would split up.
Street fight at Extreme Rules or something.
Right, exactly. Let's see here. Let's go with Triple H.
Okay, can I say my idea? Because this is a big thing.
Go for it.
Okay, so this is all going to tie together. Triple H, no doubt, will probably be losing the title at Mania. My hope would be that he may lose the title to Ambrose at Roadblock, and they do him versus Roman versus Dean at WrestleMania. It's a triple threat for the title. But the main thing is what's going to happen after Mania. He's going to be involved in the Shane feud. There's a reason why they're keeping them separate, and there's a reason why they're making references to Shane now when Triple H is in the ring. And Shane, as far as Shane goes, that's a big thing too. I see someone.
We'll get into Shane in a minute.
There's a problem with that, Croc.
I'll keep my Shane one for then.
There's a problem with that. Ambrose is already fighting Lesnar at Mania, so if he ends up winning the title, it's going to be Lesnar, Triple H, Reigns, and Ambrose.
Which would be a much better match.
Yeah.
It would be.
A McMahon in every corner.
Oh!
Oh, man.
You realize that we're double the WrestleManias away from that particular WrestleMania,
You know
right?
what's actually funny is that, like, instead of it'd be a McMahon in 3 corners, and then you have Heyman in the other one.
McMahon's in the two.
Well, no, we just need Linda now. Where's Linda in all of this?
God.
No,
Please no.
If someone actually listens to your commentary and realizes, holy cow, this guy's on our television show, and they replace you with, who was it before you, Gordon Soley or whoever that was?
Bring back the Basset Hound lady, and we'll let her do some stuff, and it'll keep her away from thinking she belongs anywhere near politics.
Oh, dear God. No, I, in all honesty, I really think that it's going to be Ambrose winning at this roadblock thing. I think that, yes, Ambrose wins at this roadblock thing. I think it is going to be the Lesnar-Ambrose, Lesnar, Ambrose, and Roman Reigns show. I think Reigns stands tall over Lesnar because I think that that's the stupidity in the booking that they would like to perceive. Other than that...
So what's
that actually
at Mania?
Mania.
It's a 4-way at Mania?
No, it's not a 4-way at Mania.
This is
Triple H is the special guest referee.
This is probably the only way they can get away with it, considering Shane and Undertaker is going to be before this match.
No, I need to go to my medicine cabinet. I'm getting another migraine.
So, either it's a Fatal 4-way or it's a triple threat with Triple H as the ref. And he has to slow count Roman with the slowest count you've ever seen.
Because he wants to screw Roman. The whole point would be to screw Roman, because, he wouldn't want Roman in there at all.
Then what do you have him do after Mania then, Gunnar?
I would have...
Exact angle.
Wait, when is Rollins supposed to come back?
The gay community.
That's the thing. That's like the ace in the hole. Is like, when is Rollins coming back?
June.
Could he be okay?
Okay. All right. So that's one theory that I have. The other theory is that Triple H holds the belt until SummerSlam, and Seth Rollins comes back babyface.
I want my title back.
But, can I just say, the obvious answer? We know what's going to happen. It's so obvious. Triple H is winning at Roadblock, Roman is winning at Roadblock, Roman's winning at Mania, Roman's holding the belt for the next 10 years. That's what's happening. We all know that,
kind
right?
of happening. That's kind of happening, but...
I got a wrench to throw in your plans, buddy, and I'll say it in the Shane bit.
All right, well, let's get into that Shane bit. This is the more interesting part of this all. Shane McMahon.
Yes, sir.
So this brand split talk is getting real hype and real here for a second, and I don't like it at all.
I don't either. I don't. No, there's no need for a brand split yet. It's too small of a roster.
They'd have to get rid of NXT. They'd have to take all of the talent from NXT and put them on one of the two brands. There's no other way to do it.
Between the two.
You need to eat your
Yeah.
cereal, Michael.
There's not nearly enough talent for them to do that right now.
Speaking of NXT,
because this isn't back in the day where it was SmackDown versus Raw with ECW on the sidelines. You don't really have that.
NXT's the development. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You have to have them down at the development center so they can go ahead and develop.
Which means either they're going to move all the talent that's already up to SmackDown and Raw and split the brands and keep everyone who's not ready and make FCW a thing again, or we're not going to have a brand split.
So, I don't think there's going to be a brand split. Shane's winning the match at Mania, though. Shane is going to win the match at Mania. How he wins this match is going to be the big story, and what I think is going to happen... Two things. One, this is going to set up Taker's match next year, which will be his retirement match. One of two people. One of them, Gunnar has a soundbite for, and his name is John Cena. He comes out, screws Taker, sets up dream match. Taker goes off in the sunset next year. Or the cooler one and the smarter decision, which I've been hearing about lately. Finn Balor's music hits, he runs down with the Bullet Club. They go to hit Shane, turn, look at Undertaker, beat the shit out of him. They too sweet Shane, help Shane win the company.
And Shane kind of joins the Bullet Club, or whatever, the Balor Club?
It would be
They work
bulletproof.
for him.
It would be bulletproof.
Oh, Bulletproof. Right, sorry.
They work for him. They work for him.
Mm-hmm. They work for Shane.
Yep.
You will apologize.
Yep.
And then they would be bulletproof. That's actually
They have-
Exactly.
a good idea.
McMahon.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's-
face or heel?
Sets up.
Well, the fact that it's a good idea means it's never going to happen.
I know, right?
Exactly.
But, and not only that, that would set up Taker versus Balor next year at WrestleMania.
This is the most interesting match of Mania, hands down.
The Demon versus the Demon King.
Because, like, no one knows what the fuck is gonna happen. No one has a clue. This whole Hell in a Cell thing just...
There's going to be shenanigans. There's going to be some sort of run-in. There's going to be some
But
sort of...
nobody knows
bullshit.
what the shenanigans are gonna be.
I'm telling you, it's going to be the Bullet Club, or Bulletproof, whatever the fuck they're going to call it. They're gonna
Balor
come down
Club.
and help Shane.
They're going to call it bulletproof. I mean, that's really the...
Yeah.
But if they call it bulletproof, do they have to drag AJ into it?
Yes.
Probably.
More than likely.
God. Because Y2H can't last for more than a couple
No,
of months.
that's not gonna last.
It should really be over already.
Ooh,
It should be.
ooh, you're just
As much as I don't want it to be over, it has to end.
night after Raw. The night after Mania Raw. They help AJ, whatever AJ's fucking doing at Mania, he has a rematch or something, and they help him. And they too sweet AJ. Well, yeah, I see Bullet, whatever the fuck. They're in that match somehow, and that sets up the last match for Taker at Mania next year, which will be against Balor in Florida, apparently, which I will probably be going to.
Okay.
Yeah. The rumors are currently that WrestleMania will be in Orlando.
Here's how it's gonna go. It's gonna be all of the McMahons are gonna run in, including all of the grandchildren. All the grandchildren are gonna have little chairs.
Laura Rose.
And they're gonna beat the shit out of the Undertaker and pin him, and then the McMahon family is gonna stand tall, all of the generations together.
No.
Because Shane's kids
no. You
Stephanie's
don't
kids won't
understand.
get into a fight
And
with
then
each other.
Taker will bring back Connor from the dead.
I like your idea, but just the grandchildren, like just Aurora
Sure.
Rose and just Shane's sons.
Yes,
All
please.
these little children
end
run
this.
in.
We're done.
Can we... I have a headache from that.
I couldn't
would
not
ice
do
cream.
that after the asking Batista dick if Benoit was hung. I mean, come on.
Well, what's the best thing for a headache? Ice cream! Ice cream!
Let's get some ice cream, guys. It's time for...
Dairy Queen, drive-through,
the Dairy Queen drive-thru.
Dairy
Faster
Queen,
with the ratings.
drive-through,
Faster with the ratings.
Dairy Queen, drive-through.
And now for the ratings. Starting off as usual, TNA Impact drew 210,000 viewers, down 18% from the 360,000 the week previous. The show did not crack the cable top 150, but a rerun of That 70s Show on Pop did.
Because that 70s show is a better show.
It really is.
Oh, dear Jesus Christ.
And now on to SmackDown.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was the one with The Rock and the Hardys and Shamrock?
Oh God,
Oh,
yes.
God.
My God,
That'd be
yes.
insult to injury.
Okay, and now on to SmackDown. It drew 2.395 million, down 3% from the 2.458 million the week previous. And finally, Raw. It averaged 3.724 million, down 4% from 3.884 million the week previous. And Hour 1 drew 3.961 million viewers. And that is the ratings.
You don't have Lucha Underground?
I need a drink.
I was going to have Crockett.
Birthdays.
Birthdays, it's going to be you, Nat Jester.
I see what you did there, but we will continue with the birthdays. And starting on the 2nd, we have Satoru Ahsoka. I think I got that right. Then Lance Cade. Then everybody's favorite blonde-headed manager, Deborah. And from the Von Erich family, Mike Von Erich. On the 3rd, we have PJ Black and Dia Ria. I think he's from Costa Rica. Dia Ria. On the 4th, we have Sarah Shock and Crowbar. On the 5th, we have Headbanger Mosh and Amanda Folk from the Falkland Islands, no doubt. Yes, Amanda Folk. And on the 6th, we have the one, the only Santina Morella, David Flair, Killer Khan, and everybody's favorite professional wrestling porn star, Val Venus.
Did somebody just
put Val Venus in our dick stable?
Oh my God!
That's
well, I mean, but that's the whole. But then, no. Val.
No, Val Venus is the rival to the Dick Stable.
Yes.
Is Nat Jester or what?
We've got.
Come on, Nat Jester.
Oh, there's more of them on the next page. Okay.
Yeah, there are.
Okay, so
So professional.
Finishing out on the 7th, we have Brother Love. He loves you, you know. Then the Major from the Misfits in Action, Major Guns, and Sergeant Craig Pittman. Rounding off on the 8th, we have Mona Lat. I think she
Happy
drank
birthday,
lattes.
Big E. Happy birthday, Big E, today, and I think Booker T, too.
Oh, really?
I think maybe.
Yeah, I think Booker T's birthday is today, and Big E's today, too. Happy birthday, Big Wool.
And now it is time for This Week in Wrestling with Omega BR.
Yes, this week in wrestling history, circa 1964, where Ray Stevens defeats Dominic DeNucci to win the San Francisco NWA United States Heavyweight title in San Francisco, California, beginning his 5th reign. Jump to 1972, where Goliath and Kenji Shibuya defeat Dory Dixon and Earl Maynard to win the NWA America's Tag Team title in Los Angeles, California. And in 1982, Jerry Lawler defeats Dutch Mantell to win the AEWA Southern Heavyweight title in Memphis, Tennessee. This ended Mantell's 2nd reign and began Lawler's 20th. And that was This Week in Wrestling History.
Happy trails. I'm gonna give that a dog.
All right, first one is a very good happy trails to Bret Hart, who apparently is cancer-free, which fucking awesome. That's according to good old JR, who says he exchanged texts with Bret Hart, which is such a funny picture in my head, revealing removing his prostate put him all clear. So, really good news. And, of course, happy trails to Sonny.
Really?
And this is a happy trails too. She was actually telling the truth for once. Believe it or fucking not. But apparently it was, and I did see this segment actually, it was Paul Bearer's WWE Hall of Fame ring that was featured on Pawn Stars and not hers like the rumor had been. However, his son contests that the ring, purportedly brought in by a family friend, was a fake. So that's weird.
Well, that doesn't work anyway.
Yeah, and they always bring shit in to just like show it and obviously not sell it. So that's probably what actually happened.
I would imagine that they didn't even bother selling it. It seemed to me like that this would be just a nice thing to pop ratings or something like that. And it's really funny that it's somebody, that it takes wrestling to go pop ratings when you're trying to pop ratings for wrestling all the time.
Yeah, that's exactly what Pawn Stars does too. Is they bring in stuff to, hey, we have this thing, check it out, and then they'll put a value on it.
I forgot to use that for the goddamn birthdays. What do we watch this week in wrestling? Anchor DDS.
I tried to watch Raw last night, and I just couldn't do it. So I'm either going to watch Raw again, probably not, or I missed NXT this week too. So I'm probably just going to watch NXT. I don't know if you guys watched. Was there anything specific I should look for? I guess you can tell me in the post show or whatever, but that's what I'm doing.
Well, I think the main event for the next NXT is a non-title match between Finn Balor and Neville, so that ought to be fun.
Neville?
Oh, that's going to be fucking... What? He's on the main roster.
Yes, I know.
What about NXT during the CFE taping?
Croc, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
I say, everybody in this room and listening to the dear viewers at home, you should watch All-Star Weekend 11 that came out this week from PWG. Go watch it. It's an amazing 2 nights of wrestling. All-Star Weekend 11.
Vassar, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
This week in wrestling, in case you blinked, you missed it. The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler, because everybody knows I love Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah. If you love Dolph Ziggler, why would you suggest that match? Speaking of, why if you love the people that are listening, why would you let them listen to this person? Netchester, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Damn it, I knew that was coming. So, as we were talking about Roadblock, I went on the WWE Superstar page, and they have everybody who's ever worked for the company, including Donald Trump. So, rather than saying the match that Donald Trump was erroneously tied into with Umaga and, what's his name, Megatank.
Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley, thank you very much.
Megatank.
They've also got one of my favorite women on here of all time, Bull Nakano. So watch anything that Bull Nakano was in the WWE as she mainly feuded with Alundra Blaze. Some good stuff there.
Dog, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
You should watch from ROH's 14th anniversary, the 6-man tag team never openweight title match between the Elite, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks versus Kushida, ACH, and Matt Sydal. It is exactly as fucking crazy as it sounds, and they fucking killed Matt Sydal. I think he's still dead.
Omega BR, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
How about watching a match from the Roadblock, specifically the WCW Roadblock? I believe there's a match over on YouTube. It was Goldberg versus Roadblock on WCW Saturday night.
This week I'm going to have you watch the Kennel from Hell match. Why am I having to watch the Kennel from Hell match, you might ask? Well, because of the Shane O'Mac talk that we had earlier. It is my opinion that while this match will be the best it can be, Shane and Taker are relatively old, and they are going to work a slow match, and I do not think that Shane takes a big bump. I am not willing to put a piss bet on that yet, but we'll see where we get. We'll see where we get as we go along. I do not see Shane jumping off anything higher than maybe the top rope or a ladder, and I do not see him going any higher or longer than that. But Kennel from Hell, because that was the worst quote-unquote Hell in Cell match. If you really want to punish yourself, go watch the Elimination Chamber for the IC title from last year. Yeah, that was awful too. You just remind yourself that it could be worse.
Elimination Chamber.
It's not like anybody's come through on a piss bet in the past 3 years.
Or better yet, go watch H versus Nash in Hell in a Cell and be happy that at least it's not going to be 40 fucking minutes of boredom. It'll at least be entertaining.
You need to eat your booty on cereal, Michael.
All right, everybody.
All right, I took Vassar's suggestion.
What's that?
You didn't do me. I wanted to keep it relevant with the Donald Trump
How could we
team
forget
and the
about it?
the classic Trump versus Rosie O'Donnell match.
Oh, yeah, that was the best thing ever.
Batista, I'm so sorry I forgot you.
I believe it was the only match in WWE history to ever get, what was it, Watch TNA chant or something? Or TNA chant. I can't think of any other example where they ever chanted TNA at a WWE match.
All right. Jesus. So points are sparse this week because Google Docs shit the bed, and it took me forever to fix it. And then I was like, "Fuck it," and then Vassar was like, "Let's do something." So here we go. Net Jester, he got 7,895,862,000. 7,895,862,385 points. Just so that I don't have to read that long ass number anymore. And then he immediately got negative 272 points. And Batista's take got 100 points. It was 1 point for every inch. And that's all the points this week.
Oh, dear Lord Jesus. Hey everybody, thank you all for listening. We appreciate it very much. You can check us out online at smartstalk.com. Holy shit, we only have one more episode after this one, and then we're at episode 200. Aw, man. We got a big things planned for episode 200. We've got a big interview, and you'll hear that in a couple weeks.
It was a really good interview.
I'm looking forward to everybody listening to that. Dog was here for it. Yankum was here for it. You'll be able to hear, some questions, and let's put it this way: he's a current champion in Japan. Let's put it that way. So,
very good guy.
So, for all of you listening, remember, check us out online: smartsnark.com, twitter.com/smartsnark, facebook.com/smartsnark. You can always give us a call at 812-408-9666. That's how Batista's Dick is here today. Isn't that right, Batista's Dick?
Hey. Yeah, see? I think so.
There you go. So it's 812-408.
Woo! I really need to clip off the dead spot at the beginning of that clip.
Yeah, you do. Or I do at least, or somebody does. Vassar, get on that.
I need the clip.
Whatchamacallit. And then it's it's all our information that you need. I mean, really, that's it. So thank you very much, and we wish you well in your past, present, and future endeavors.
Hey, I don't...
If you want to be a pro wrestler, check out www.teamvisiondojo.com.
Hey, I do more than just this shitty podcast. Message me.
Did you just call this podcast shitty?
Vassar.
Oh, I hear minus points.
Oh, Vassar.
I gotta dumb myself down.
Vassar. Now you have to go sit in the Dick's room.
Yeah,
all right.
Jesus there after all.
Oh, dear Jesus. All right. We wish you well in your past, present, and future endeavors.
And I would just like to say, G.I. Joe taught us not to go into refrigerators that have been abandoned.
Okay, and that's all I can say to that, too.
We may never know how big Batista's dick is, but we all know how big Charlotte's dick is. It's 10 inches.
Ow!
The Dick's room's a lot better than it sounds.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Wallingford.